What's up, YouTube? We got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the Circle City Yo-Yo's Warhawk. So, Circle City Yo-Yo's Warhawk, newest yo-yo to come from Circle City Yo-Yo's. Big fan of Circle City, if you didn't know. Brad is a cool dude and a good friend of mine, and Circle City's actually been a sponsor of East Coast Masters. They sponsored East Coast Masters, and Brad was there in 2019, and they would have been there, and they were going to sponsor again in 2020, but we unfortunately had to cancel. I actually think the Warbird would have been available at East Coast Masters, but unfortunately, with COVID-19 and everything going on with that, it just didn't happen. So I've got one now to review. Let's check it out. This thing is banging. Let's get into the specs first. So this is 7075 aluminum with a stainless steel ring. I really like the design on the ring. It's sort of like the stainless steel ring has like its own lip kind of carved into it for like the thumb grinds, and I'll show you that in a minute. It is a 43 millimeters 43.08 millimeters wide. It has a 56.32 millimeter diameter, and it weighs in at 62.5 grams. Very nice and light, great bimetal weight. 4.5 millimeter gap, and it has a D bearing. Here, I'll show you. D bearing. See? Small bearing. You'll see when I take it apart later. But it's got a D bearing, flowable silicone. Really fun. It's kind of your at first glance, it's kind of your standard like V-shaped bimetal with the bimetal ring, but the D bearing really just makes it feel totally different. This is kind of the big brother to, or the upgrade to, or the next iteration of the Warbird, which is Kyle Pearson's signature. It was the monometal version. This is the Warhawk. It's the bimetal version. So very, very cool in that regard. I want to talk about the packaging because it comes with cool stuff. So you get the red box, of course. All of their yo-yos, Circle City yo-yos, everything comes in a different box. So sometimes there's gold ones. I think I have a silver one. I think there's a black box. This has a red box. At least mine did. And it came with, of course, stickers. Look how good these stickers look. These are great stickers. Brad spares no expense on the stickers. The string, it actually comes with a matching string. I do everything with Zipline Strings just to kind of keep the reviews fair, but it comes with a Bad Wolf Co. string. I like Bad Wolf Co. string. I think they're very good. Here's all their information as well. I think Bad Wolf Co. does really nice strings. This is really nice as well. I was using this string, but for the review, we'll use the white Zipline. It'll show up better too. But the Bad Wolf string that it comes with is great, custom colored for that. And I have an authenticity sort of card. So here's the Circle City sort of business card. And on the back, you can see here, model Warhawk P40. The production was 3/24/20, so I'm guessing that's when Brad put mine together. And this is number Tom. So this is mine. This one was for me. So thank you, Brad. I like this. I always save this stuff. Little things like this when it's like, here, it's special for you. I keep it. It goes up in my basement. I have little just stick stuff places, and it's weird. If you came to my house, you'd be like, oh, your basement's weird, but it's cool. I enjoy it. So let's talk about the Warhawk. So Warhawk has a very nice bead blasted finish, particularly for a 75 aluminum. Usually these sometimes you can get a little sticky, but this bead blast is nice. Like I said, it's got a nice sort of brushed ring here. The brushed ring looks good against the bead blast. As you can see, lots of finger spinning room in there. And really just an overall very sleek, simple design. But with the D-bearing, it just feels different, man. D-bearing yo-yos, you get some now and then here. And this is the first one from Circle City, but it's very cool. It's a very different feeling. So I like they took a very modern approach to a bimetal, and they were like, well, we're going to put a D-bearing in it. And that just throws it just makes it feel different. And I really like that. And I like that Circle City Yo-Yos kind of tries to think out of the box. Even when it comes to a straightforward shape and design, it's like, well, let's just kind of be make it feel different than any other yo-yo that would look this way. So I appreciate that, and it totally does. But let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, Warhawk, 7075 aluminum, stainless steel, D-bearing. Plays very competition-y if I do say so. It plays light. It plays fast like a YoYo would. But at the same time, that debearing really just kind of gives it a different feel overall. Spins eternally, as you would expect a bimetal to. No snagging. Nice response. Really good. The grind finish is really nice. Nice, really smooth yo-yo too. Really nice grind finish. Grinds for days. Thumb grinds, also very doable. Finger spins, like a beast. I mean, really just, you could compete with this. You could carry this on the daily because it's like just so unique feeling that like that debearing really just kind of makes it unique and feel different than other like, you know, V-shaped bimetals. Like this is sort of a just outside the box, different kind of feel, like different feel on the string. You can feel the smaller bearing. The smaller bearing feels different. But then again, this thing also performs really, really well. No snagging whatsoever. And just gets at it, man. Regens are pretty nice. Let's see if we can do this here. It spins hard, so it's like, it's got a lot of power because it's a bimetal, so you would expect it to spin kind of hard. So like, yeah, those regens are nice because you got that nice, nice debearing and nice, nice silicone response in there. So cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the way it feels. I like the way it plays. I like how different it is, but still how like sort of straightforward and sleek and just kind of performance driven. This is sort of, I would say, the Ferrari of the Circle City yo-yos. This thing is just a powerhouse. And it's red too, and you know, all good Ferraris and Corvettes are red. Not Mustangs though. You don't want a red Mustang. I don't know why. Red Corvettes and Ferraris though. Hell yeah. Super good. Super good. I really like the binds, if you can't tell. Snappy, tight binds from the debearing. And just buttery smooth as well. Oh, delicious. Buttery smooth. I love it. I love it so much. It's super good. Let's go ahead and take it apart. I'll show you guys the insides. All right. Warhawk. So I had to take mine apart last night because I opened it and then I was playing with it and I got cat hair because that's how my house works. And I had to de-shield it. I had to de-shield the bearing. So the bearings don't come de-shielded. I took the shield off. D-bearing spins real good, spins real smooth, spins real long. I like the D-bearing. It really just gives it a different feel. Nice. That's nice too. It's got a different sound too. It just sounds different. And with the big, gives a cool ring. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So let's check it out. Let's look at it from the bearing side. So just your standard V with a little tiny swoop in to kind of facilitate horizontal play. That little swoop really just cuts down the drag. You can see it better if I put a string up to it here. So it cuts down the drag. You can see there's just a little bit of space. Cuts down the string drag. It rounds over right before the response. That's nicely rounded over. Goes right to the response. Gives it for a nice smooth pluck off of the string. Yo-yo comes off the string really smoothly. And I mean, you can just feel the difference in the D-bearing. Nice, decent size axle. I was initially, when I took it apart, I'm like, I don't know how long, but the axle length is pretty good. And it comes apart and goes together really nice. So the machining on this is really, really good. I haven't noticed any machining marks. And the bead blast is just incredible. Really, really nice. Everything Circle City does, I feel like, is good, and every time they do something new, it just gets better and better. The Warbird I liked a lot. The Warhawk I think I like more, and I'm very excited for Circle City because I feel like every area they do is like, well, this is good, and the next one's like, wow, this is even better. This is better than that, and this is so. This is just continues with the goodness, and I like that Brad kind of went out there, very non-traditional, but then stuck with a traditional type design. But 7075 aluminum to really kind of be able to get those walls nice and thin, get the weight down to 62.5 grams, which is super light. You'll feel it when you play this. Very light, great for like speedy stuff. I'm not that speedy of a player, but if you are a speedy player, you will dig this a lot. The D-bearing, like I said, kind of takes what is more of a traditional, lots of yo-yos, lots of bimetals kind of look like this, but then kind of you throws a monkey wrench into it, looks totally different. You get great finger spins. I like the cup. That kind of dips in a little bit, but you can ride that around the side. Easy to finger spin, easy to thumb grind, great grinds, dead smooth. Really just overall, one hell of a bimetal. One of the coolest bimetals I've played in a long time. You would think it's going to feel very standard, but because of the D-bearing, it doesn't. And it's really very, very cool. So let's do pros and cons. Pros. Look how good it looks. Great blast finish, like I said. Great for finger spins, great for thumb grinds, great for grinds. I mean, as far as cons are concerned, yeah, if you're not used to a D-bearing, you haven't played with a D-bearing, the smaller bearings can feel a little bit tighter, particularly if you like to use really thick string. You're going to have to use pretty standard thickness of string. The one it comes with is fine. It's the right thickness for it. So, obviously it matches too. So the Wolf String Co. did a nice job with that. I would just use that until you can't anymore. But, standard zip lines fit in it well. I would imagine regular kitty fat will as well. So, for the most part, you're going to get a little bit tighter binds. It's going to be a little snappier, but it's not snaggy by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't know if that's a con. It's just if you don't have any yo-yos with D bearings, you're used to general wide gap, yo-yo factories or something. That's going to feel a little bit different to you right out of the box, but that's good. Different is good. So that's really the only thing that I would consider, but that's, I think, part of its charm is the D-bearing, and I really like the D-bearing in this. I think it was the right way to go, and I think this is a great yo-yo. So check out all the links down in the description, guys, for Circle City. Go ahead and support them. They are awesome. They are big supporters of this channel and of East Coast Masters, and I hope to see Brad again soon, hopefully whenever we get out of this and we can reschedule and start having yo-yo contests again. It might be next year. We can do... the next East Coast Masters, I hope to see Brad and to be able to see what his next creation is. But as far as right now is the Circle City Warhawk. Check out links in the description. You're going to want one of these. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.